you will see most of the exchanges such as Binance, FTX, Huobi, and Gate are there. I think in total they get around like 150 sponsors. So this year I think is pretty interesting. I think the one of the reasons or the catalyst of having so many people here because Europe is like fully open now. So Paris, as you know, is the city of arts. So it attracts a lot of NFT projects here. The first day actually kicked off by having is the full day dedicated to NFT projects. Of course, we were there presenting Solv. Yeah, and it's very interesting that we see so many amazing projects. And this year, particularly, you see more of the traditional industry are coming to join crypto events. You see people from KPMG, Deloitte, Uber, PayPal as well, and it's really, really to see that. Yeah, and I think it's very it's good that we are part of it. We also met up with some of our partners, such as Vera Labs, and of course, we're seeking for more opportunities to bring more benefits to our community. I think there will be something very interesting to look at because we are having a more and more partnerships in the pipelines. So this year, there's going to be more events in Europe, and Solv Protocol will be. We will start, sponsoring more events. If anybody is interested in meeting the team, feel free to shoot a message in our Telegram or Discord. After this event, there will be an event in Amsterdam from Monday next week. So yeah, so if anybody is around, let me know. We'll be happy to meet our community members.
Thank you for Brian's told us about his experience in Paris. I believe it must be very interesting to see a lot of people joining that event. Actually, I do hear friends from other continents flying over there to join the events and all the side events as well. So it is a very promising industry, I have to say. Crypto, like every event has a lot of attractions, and people do have more and more understandings about what we are doing, and I think that is a good thing. All right, so before I invite Mike to this floor, I would like to remind you guys one more time that if you are from in finance community, please make sure you check in and register your BSC address in our check-in channel, and to make sure that you are you finish one of the steps for your test for the event. And for others are not familiar with what the in finance event's about, and find out more information in the check-in channel as well. Right, I think now I'll give the floor to Mike, who is one of our co-founder. He has a lot of knowledge in crypto, in blockchain, and today he's gonna share us about his opinion, outlooks on Solv's future. All right, let's welcome Mike. Hello, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good. Thank you, Serena. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for your work. And thank you, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I know this is by far the most populous community call for Solv. So welcome you, join us. And today I'm going to give a talk about the let me show you. Yeah. Can you hear the screen share? The share screen?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Oh, it's up now.
So you can see that, right, Johnny?
Yeah, I can see that, but I'm not sure if everybody else can see it.
Yes, I think so. Today I'm going to give a talk about the cutting edges of Solv vouchers and why. I actually posted a Twitter a few days ago, declaring that this will be an in-depth talk about Solv. Usually, you will understand. You will read the message about Solv from our product, from the marketing events we hold. So this is a different talk. I will introduce some rationales behind the Solv, the theory to drive the innovation of Solv. So this will not be an easy to understand talk. A little bit abstract, not easy to follow. But I think you will learn something if you can understand what I'm going to talk. Okay, let's get started. I recently would like to show this page to many of the stakeholders. So that is Solv in one page. I condense the information about Solv into one page. So if you can read it, I think it can answer many of your questions about Solv. What the problem Solv is trying to address, that is, we would like to build a structural financing DeFi, which needs a advanced type of digital asset with more flexible, higher intelligence, lower entry barrier. So our solution is to do so-called smart contract tokenization, and our core innovations are ERC 3525 token standard, as well as Solv vouchers, various types of Solv vouchers. And I would like to address that Solv vouchers is actually an advanced type of financial NFTs. So you may know the financial NFTs from other projects. For example, the most notable financial NFT is the LP NFT of Uniswap V3. But Solv vouchers actually, are built on ERC 3525 token standard, are an advanced type of financial NFTs. Why I say that, I will explain why. And the core feature, the five core features of Solv vouchers are semi-fungible, visualized, account type, smart, and composable. And we have built many products: vesting vouchers, convertible vouchers, bond vouchers, and we are developing instrument vouchers, portfolio vouchers. And you can in the future you can create and develop your own desired vouchers. And how we can capture the value in Solv? We will build the Solv markets as a one-stop platform to create and trade vouchers. We have gained considerable market traction. So this is one page. Solv in one page. But today I would like to highlight the highlighted part of this page. So I would like to explain what the cutting edge, what advantage of Solv voucher are. The nature of Solv voucher actually is it's actually tokenized smart contract. look at this. Look at this chart. I use this cloud. Shape to represent smart contract because it looks like a brand. So imagine it as a brand, and it's what a smart contract do. They have intelligence embedded in smart contracts. So what Solv actually do is we tokenize the smart contract and enclose it into an NFT, an advanced type of NFT. We call it. We created we invented a token standard called ERC 3525 specifically to enclose smart contracts, so that this ERC 3525 token can be intelligent. So we conclude 5 highlights, 5 advantages, cutting edges of this ERC 3525 empowered financial NFTs. That is, they are semi-fungible, visualized, account-typed, smart, and composable. Let me explain them one by one and help you to understand why they are so important. First, the first advantage is semi-fungible, which I guess is the most notable features of the vouchers, because in the last May of 2021, when Ryan and I first demonstrate how we can split a Solv voucher into two pieces. One piece, it's stunning. It was stunning. Many investors, many partners they were astonished by this feature. It's the first time. It was the first time for them to see that to see an NFT be split into this is maybe when you talk about when you talk Solv vouchers to others, you may first mention this feature, semi-fungible, so we can split and merge vouchers. So I won't say a lot about this, but I would also stress the second very important feature, that is visualized. Yeah. We can actually auto-generate informative UIs based on the design templates. That is, for example, like the right as the example show, we actually use so-called SVG technology to real time to extract the data feed from the blockchain and oracles in real time, and to display the key features, so to display the key informations on the UI. So when you see the vouchers, when you see the maturity date, when you see the value 2,400 USDC, when you see the strike price, it's not something static. It's not a static image pre-stored in somewhere in the cloud. It's real time generated from the on-chain data. So it's accurate, it's reliable, it's genuine. So you can trust it. And what's more, what's better is that it's interactive. So for example, if a voucher is it's on an age of default, defaulting. If your counterparts defaults the contract, the underlying contract, the voucher can be change its color from, for example, change its color from green to red to alert you. So it's interactable and it's very flexible. So the purpose of doing visualized is to help everybody to use the DeFi, to use the vouchers in a very easy way. Okay, the third advantage is account type, and this is a lesser known advantage. Maybe this is the first time we introduce this to the public. Actually, vouchers can receive and transfer tokens. So it's very much like account. So a voucher, a ERC 3525 voucher is more or less like a wallet, like an account. So it can receive tokens from the EOA, the human account, and it can also send tokens to an EOA. It can send tokens to another voucher. It can receive and send tokens between a voucher and smart contract. So it's very flexible. I cannot say it's the first class citizen in Ethereum or Ethereum or other blockchain, because of the underlying technology does not support this feature. But in Solv, we actually simulate. We use some simulation technology to enable voucher to be able to receive and send tokens. So you can imagine the a voucher as a wallet, as an account. So which is very important. I can send you a voucher and promise you that in 1 week I can send you, say, 10,000 USDC, and this is how we do credit finance, because this voucher can represent a promise, a future cash flow. So this is a very important feature. Okay. The fourth feature is smart. I would like to introduce you a concept called smart agent. In computer science, we have this concept, smart agent, which is created by Turing. So you actually regarded something, a program or a human or say an animal, so smart agent, if it
هر چیزی پایین تر ترم 7 هم باشی ترم
I'm sorry, some noise. If something can have input and have output, that means it can do interaction with
ولی به اعداد هست 8 تا 4
and then if it can have brand, so it means it can intellectually handle the input and generate output. We call it smart agent. And think about a Solv voucher. A Solv voucher actually embedded in intelligence. It's encloses a smart contract in it, and it can receive tokens. It can send tokens to other accounts. So doesn't it look like a smart agent? I think if you compare the Solv vouchers to the smart agent definition, you can definitely conclude that a Solv voucher is a smart agent. So a voucher is actually smart. It's intelligence embedded. This is very important. Okay, the last one, which is a feature we are developing. It's under development. That is composable. That enable us to put multiple assets into a voucher. So as this example shows, we can actually put 1 BTC, 20 Ethereum, and arbitrary number of ERC20 tokens and NFTs, and even the Solv voucher itself into a Solv voucher. So that means in the future we can produce a portfolio voucher. So which can greatly improve the capability of Solv voucher. So this 5 highlights, this 5 cutting edge are the features we have done and we are doing and we're developing. But maybe the question you have in your head is, why do you do all these things? Why do you want to add such a lot of features to the Solv vouchers? What's the logic behind why you do that or not do that? I would like to say this is not simultaneous. This is not by random. This is not by some whip. It's not some strange ideas jumping out into the team of the team. It's guided. It's guided and directed by a system thinking, by a logic behind. So I would like to give you a quick overview of what the logic behind us. The purpose we're doing all of this is to doing structural finance in DeFi. So structural finance is very popular in the last 4 or 5 decades. Since the 1970s, the structural finance has become a major player in the traditional finance, and it's actually it attributes to the global finance crisis because of the some technical flaw of the currently this current generation of technology, underlying technology. But structured finance is important because it can customize the traits, the feature of a financial asset. It can help you to create and get the desirable financial asset you want. So so this is very important, and we think the structural finance is the future of DeFi, and it's advanced form of DeFi. But it's not very easy to implement structural finance in the current in today's technology. And if you check the definition on Wikipedia to understand what structural finance is, you will find these 3 pillars. One is securitization. 2 is trenching. The third is credit enhancement. And I would say that all these 3 pillars are about structure, about the structure of the finance. The securitization actually is about input structure, is about programming and customizing the input structure and the token structure. So what kind of the structure of the underlying asset and how you can, securitize, tokenize the asset. The trunching means that it means that you can layering different benefit structure. People get benefits from this structural finance as their preference. So it's majorly about the output structure, how you structure the output cash flow or token flow. And the credit enhancement is basically about how you can enhance the credit, the trustability. That is basically about the time structure and the token structure, the underlying token structure. So let's see how in Solv we covered all this structural structure capability. Okay, let me give you some examples because it's very theoretical. If I using the pure theoretical method to explain all of this, it will be very dry. Okay. First of all, let's see vesting voucher. Maybe maybe it's the first time somebody told you that a vesting voucher is actually a structural financing. It's a structural finance, but it is. You put some token in, you lock some token in the vesting vouchers, but you actually programming the time structure of the output token stream of the vouchers. Can you understand what I'm saying? We're actually you programming how the token, the locked token, will be released according to the the time structure, the time schedule. So this is about structure the time stream, the time of the token stream. Okay, so this is typical structural finance. So how Solv did this? We actually using the we using the smart feature and using the semi-fungible feature to implement the vesting vouchers. We actually enhance the credit by pre-inputting and locking all the tokens in the vouchers. And we distributed the output tokens to different holders by splitting the vouchers into multiple ones. So we actually motivate all the five cutting edge to support the vesting vouchers. The vesting vouchers. Okay, let's see the next example, the bond voucher. Bond voucher is actually another example of structural finance. This is a little bit weird if you are a traditional finance expert, because in traditional finance, people usually don't regard a bond as structural finance. But in Solv, the bond voucher is actually a bond plus a call option. So actually, it's a typical bond. It's typical structural I could say voucher. We actually also programming the time structure of the input and output token stream. What does it mean? We actually allows you to first sell your bond voucher, and at the maturity date, you send the payment laterally. So this is so-called time structure programming. I know it's a little bit abstract, but if you can understand it, it can greatly deepen your understanding of how Solv team is considering, is thinking all of this all this technology, all this product. And we actually trunching the output token structure by providing options feature. What does it mean? If you are a bond voucher holder, you can actually choose if the current price of the underlying token beyond higher than the strike price, you can actually choose to redeem the payment, the USDC, the stable coin, or the underlying tokens. So it's actually we doing trunching. You have the option to redeem different type of asset, underlying asset. So this is typical trunching, right? You have a choice. Okay, we can do that because we can program everything. We can program the underlying asset. We can program the time. We can program the benefits structure, and we can also enhance the credit by enabling collateralized and endorsement. Currently, we can lock collateral in the fund voucher. So this is a very powerful feature. Okay, we can also distribute the output tokens to different holders. Again, because we are semi-fungible. So you can see that we. Let me conclude this later. See the next example, which is under development. We will launch the installment voucher in the following months, maybe in 2 or 3 months, which is enable you to buy a expensive NFT in the same way you buy a property, you buy a house. In the real world, when you want to buy a house, you seldom pay full price in one shot, right? You actually pay a down payment, for example, 20% as a down payment, and then you choose installment payment to buy the property in the 20 or 30 years time span. So this style is very efficient when you want to afford a expensive asset, a property. So we introduce this type of transaction into the DeFi, especially the NFT transaction, NFT trading. For example, if you want to buy a Bored Ape, which the price is 100 Ether, and you cannot afford that in one shot, it's very easy if the seller accepts the installment style. He can actually put his NFT into Solv and get 2 tokens, 2 vouchers. One called stock voucher, the other called utility voucher. And you pay the down payment, say 20%, to 20 ethers, and you can get the utility voucher. With this utility voucher, you can literally use this NFT in all the in every scenarios. For example, in the games, you can display it. You can use it as your portrait in Twitter. You can use it in game if the game in some games if the game support the ERC-3525 token standard. So it's basically the right to use of the original tokens, but actually the underlying NFT is locked in a Solv smart contract, and the buyer get the utility token. The seller actually he will get a stop token, stop voucher. The stop voucher means a right of so-called settlement. So if a buyer holds a stop voucher, he actually had the rights to take back the underlying NFT if the buyer violate, if the buyer default. So as a buyer, you have to regularly, periodically pay the installment. For example, 1 week, 1 ether per week in the following, say, 80 weeks. You have to do that. If you default, you do not pay the tokens, then the seller will be able to take back the underlying locked NFT. So this is a typical process or mechanism of installment voucher. And in this installment voucher, it's needly to say a typical structural finance, because we using we program the time structure, the input and output token structure, the credit. We enhance the credit. We distributed the future tokens, especially we can split the stop vouchers, so that we can because the stop vouchers actually represent the future cash flow. I missed to say, I forgot to say that the buyer need to pay the instrument to the stop vouchers. So the stop voucher actually represent the future cash flow, the collateralized future cash flow. So so this is typical structure finance. So we actually motivate all the four cutting edge to support this instrument vouchers, and it will be very powerful. Okay, the last example is still portfolio voucher. We actually it's easy to think that we program the time structure, we trenching the output token, we enhance the credit, and we distributed the future token flows. We are developing this portfolio. The portfolio voucher, it is very powerful standalone, because you can actually using these features to produce actually your own fund, your own index, your own portfolio. But it's more powerful as a component if you combine this capability with instrument voucher, with the bond voucher, with the vesting vouchers. It will be a multiplier factor to activate the market transaction. So if you can take a holistic view of all the things we are doing, you will understand that almost everything we're in Solv we are developing, and we have developed, are this or that form of structural finance. So the reason why we choose to develop the five cutting edge or 5 features into the ERC 3525 is that we feel that it's necessary to have this 5 technical features to support the comprehensive financial NFT, structural finance finance tokens, NFTs. So it's not by just by some spontaneous think. It's systematic. It's thought leading process. I hope this talk can help you understand why Solv is is look like its way today, and how Solv will development towards the future. So don't forget, our overall object is to make it easy for everyone to create and trade financial asset with desired traits. So and the ultimate object for you is to maximize your freedom of finance, and actually um, actually the I should say the ultimate goal of us is to enhance your collaboration, the collaboration among peoples. Okay, that's all for today. Hope it's helpful for you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike, for sharing your brain with us. It definitely gave us a holistic view for Solv from a philosophical led point of view. And also, you gave us a sneak peek about our products under development, such as installment voucher and portfolio vouchers. That's very exciting. I believe will unlock the potential for the finance in the Web3 area. And all right, so thank you guys. I think that's almost all for today's community call. And if you guys have any questions to ask for Mike about his presentation just now, feel free to ask now. You can raise your hand and we can help to unmute you.
那有。
It seems like there's no further questions. So thank you guys. I hope you enjoy your day or evening. And see you time.
Thanks for your time, guys.
Your time.
Guys.
Bye.